Welcome to Beating a Dead Horse, the podcast where we take the things that have been talked to death and talk about them some more. Please submit topics to Twitter at HotchJoshMC, hashtag Beating a Dead Horse. The podcast is recorded live at twitch.tv/HotchJoshMC, so if you haven't caught one live, come and check it out every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And now, your hosts, Josh and Jonathan. This is Beating a Dead Horse. Hey guys, alright, well welcome to Beating a Dead Horse, episode 10.
Alright, double digits.
We are in the double digits, which I think legitimizes us, right? That, surely yes. It does.
It's somewhere in there.
Surely we're not a random web show with a webcam on a microphone mount. And yeah, maybe we're not. We have lights.
We're
completely legit. We have two lights.
Two lights. The budget is just busting through the scene. A
webcam on a pop filter.
Yeah.
I can't show you guys, but I'll take a picture on Instagram. This setup. So if you're not following me on Instagram at HotchJoshMC, you can check it out. It looks hilarious. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to those in the chat. We got Big and Fluffy, which I think is how you say that. That sounds right.
That looks correct, yeah.
Ellie Tessa, JBJ Blaze, and I just saw the Minecrafting Pokemon stop in. So thank you to you guys. You are the reason we do this, because otherwise we'd be talking to ourselves.
Correct.
So we may be few, but we're excited that you're here to join us, and we love the show. And so if you're not here, that means you're watching this later, and you're watching it on YouTube. So we thank you for that too, because that helps us out a lot too. And check it out, like, favorite, comment, all that jazz, as I say on all my videos. And it does help, I promise. So let's get this frickin' show on the road. Episode 10, otherwise known as the Comic-Con edition.
That's right.
Of Beating a Dead Horse, because that's basically what we're going to talk about today.
Basically, yeah.
Which we warned you about. We
yeah.
said that we would probably talk about Comic-Con a lot, and we are, because we're nerds. A lot. I mean, you're rocking, let's see, first of all, mug time. You're rocking, who are you rocking over here?
Yeah, we've got Mickey here.
You got the Mickey mug.
I keep realizing I was drinking from the other end, which is just like his butt. But I guess
yeah.
I should drink from this way, you can actually see what the character is.
You still are drinking out of his butt, though. Well,
That's
the other
true.
way isn't any better.
It's a lose-lose, really.
And the other way is worse, I think, actually.
Yeah,
so maybe,
Mickey, yeah.
I don't know. And I don't have an awesome mug, but I've decided that if I can't one-up Jonathan on mugs, I'll try every way possible. So one week it was the Smite cup, and
right.
This week, this is old school, and I know you probably can't see it. I'm going to hold it up. Yeah, you can, actually. I got a Lord of the Rings mug that's got Gandalf on it, and this is from, does it say a year? Yes! It does. I'm going to hold it up to the screen, see if we can see it. That says December 2001, which means this cup is old.
It's true.
If this cup could talk, it's basically just had Mountain Dew in it. I mean, if I had to guess, Mountain Dew. But no, it's cool. I'm missing the bottom. I don't know if anybody remembers these, but these mugs were a promotional item at Burger King. Which they don't do stuff like this anymore.
No.
Not really, but it was a promotional item, Burger King, and they had these bases that lit up at the bottom, and you put this thing on it, and it would light up red, and the whole glass and whatever liquid you had in it would light up red, and it was awesome. And I had every one of them. Which translates to this. Because I was a child in 2001, I made my dad take me to Burger King, like, a lot. And I got all of them. I got every character. And I still have a lot of them. And somehow I'm married. But anyway, so I don't know. I don't know who wins. Let us know who you think wins the mug off. That's a thing now. We just brought it in.
Hashtag.
Just bringing it in at episode 10. Hashtag mug off. So let's get into this, man. Okay, so this is in no particular order.
Yeah.
We just kind of, as we were going through, it was a lot of Comic-Con news, and so we just grabbed it all. At least all the stuff that we thought was interesting. We definitely didn't grab it all because some of the stuff I don't give a crap about.
Correct.
But the first thing, where I'm going to give you 2 links. The first 2 things we're going to talk about. The first 2 things we're going to talk about, I have links to videos, and these links are going to get taken down. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Maybe even by the time you're watching it on YouTube. But if you're here tonight, they worked as of like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So the first thing that came out that leaked from Comic-Con that I'm freaking out about is the Deadpool test footage.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to actually post in the chat, and it'll be in the description of the video if it's on YouTube. But there it is. And so I'm going to talk about it. You guys can watch it and listen to us or whatever. But I'm going to keep talking. I'm not going to shut up. So we're not going to wait on you. You have to watch that later in your own time. This is our time now. But anyway, okay, so everyone freaked out. To get to kind of the history of this movie, you have to rewind back to that X-Men Origins. No, was it X-Men Origins? Is that what it's called?
It was Origins, yeah.
Yeah, X-Men Origins. Awful movie.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And the most awful thing about it, to me and to most people, was what they did with Ryan Gosling and his character in that movie. That's what I meant, Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Gosling? What the heck? I wouldn't watch that. That'd be awful. Sorry, guys.
Try to woo people over his Deadpool.
Yeah, that's right. Smoldering eyes. Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds and his part in that movie. He played Wade Wilson, I think is his name.
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about the Deadpool mythology. I need to know more. But I played the game, which is good. It's weird, but good. Anyway, he played Wade Wilson, who is Deadpool, a character from the X-Men universe, etc., etc. And they butchered him. Just took everything that was supposed to be awesome about it and made it awful.
Yeah.
And everyone was really mad. And ever since that movie, Ryan Reynolds has been saying, no, we want to do a Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Which I know enough about Deadpool to know that it's pretty, risque.
Yeah. Sure.
It's pretty raunchy. I mean, I have some Deadpool comics over there in my comic pile. Yeah, it's a comic pile. If you're a comic person, you just, pooped yourself because it's comic pile and not comics in boxes. But anyway, it's the only one I have that's, got, a mature audiences label on it.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's kind of risque. Ryan Reynolds has said for a long time, I'll do it, but we want to get an R rating. He was talking about it and saying it's going to happen, and you never think it's going to happen, and now it's looking like it might actually happen because some test footage leaked of Deadpool, and it looks just like I want it to look.
Yeah.
It's silly, which is good because he's insane.
Right.
The suit looks perfect. The only thing I was watching, because it's leaked footage, so you can't really see it very well, but I couldn't tell if it was actually someone in a suit or if it was like a CG.
It looks CG to me, I think.
It did look CG a little bit.
Especially, if you watch the footage, everything with the car looks CG to me.
Yeah.
I haven't decided. I can't tell if it's him. I have read that it's all CG, but I don't know if
the whole movie is.
That whole scene is CG.
Oh, okay.
That it's just him, Ryan, doing the
voice. So that leads me to a question: if they just did that, because it's easier to, instead of getting an actor to come in and do all this stuff, to show it as a proof of concept.
That's what I'm.
Or
assuming.
do you think they're going to actually animate Deadpool?
I don't know. I don't think they would animate it.
Okay.
I think it's just for.
Because for a second I was like...
Kind of previous, is my assumption, anyway.
It would kind of make sense with Deadpool if they did a whole, almost Who Framed Roger Rabbit vibe of this animated character beside real people. I'm not saying I would want to see that, but...
Could be interesting, I guess, but I think it's just for the sake of preview. I think.
That makes sense. And for that matter, it looks good.
Yeah,
but more important than what it looks like is what it sounds like, and Ryan Reynolds is he is Deadpool. He needs to be. There doesn't need to be anybody else play that character. That's who it needs to be. It's who it's needed to be for years. It's the reason they cast him in the X-Men Origins movie. And I think if they'll pull it off, if they'll stick to it and be like, no, we're going to go for an R rating and do that, I think it'll be good.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can check that out if it's not already down, and it may be. It may be down right now. But it looks hilarious. He has that same attitude of just I'm crazy.
Yeah.
His voice changes are great. because in the comics it's kind of he has these different ways of talking, and that's awesome. I love that when we first see him, he's singing, Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
It's just everything about it is perfect. Everything about it is what it should be, and I'm so excited. Just had some people pop in the chat. Eddie Owens, Mentium, Kevin with a lot of numbers. Welcome, guys. That's your new name, guy. Kevin with a lot of numbers. But welcome to the stream. We're talking about Deadpool. Link's up in the chat. If actually you can't see the link, here I'm gonna put it one more time. That's the link we've been talking about for the last little bit here. The Deadpool test footage leaked from Comic-Con. Quickly go and watch it. It may already be gone.
It's true.
The other thing, another thing, not the other thing.
That's it. We're only talking about two things.
Being that this is pretty much the Comic-Con episode.
Yeah.
The other thing that leaked is Batman vs. Superman teaser trailer is what I would call it. It's very short. I'll link that real quick. Let me grab it. It's right here. Copy, and we're going to paste it. Boop. All right, that footage probably going to go quick too.
Yep.
It might even be, like I said, when you get onto it on YouTube, it's probably gone, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. And if it is gone, if you find the new links, let me know, and I'll try to put them in there and try to update them as much as I can for a little while anyway.
Yeah.
All this stuff is probably going to come out eventually, but right now it's kind of,
It's still in Comic-Con mode.
Right. But, so here is what I got to say about Well, let you go. What do you have to say about Batman versus Superman?
It's like, 30 seconds of footage?
Yeah.
Maybe. I think it looks cool. I mean, we've talked about it. I think the bat symbol, all that stuff looks really like retro and just different than I think anything they've done thus far. And in this preview, there's almost like an armored looking suit that's really like, obviously hugely bulky, but I don't know. It's very different. It's very Frank Miller-ish. I think.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yep. Well, Ben Affleck, if you've seen pictures of him, like, normally on the streets right now, he's ginormous.
Yeah,
but it's not like cut muscly. It's just like, I have a lot of muscles all over the place.
Yeah.
It's that kind of scary muscly that's just like, this man looks like a barrel.
Yeah.
Which is good. I think it's perfect for, like, just an old Bruce Wayne who's just kind of had it. I like it. And by the way, I'm just going to put this out there. First of all, because, I hate Christian Bale and I have to mention him every episode.
That's right.
I watched The Dark Knight this past weekend, and there's a lot I don't like about Christian Bale, obviously. And I've mentioned in length a lot of those things. But one thing that had never bothered me about him, the one thing that had never bothered me about him, was how he looked. I was on board with it until I saw Ben Affleck in the Batsuit. Because once I saw Ben Affleck in the Batsuit, I was like, oh, this is what Batman's supposed to look like.
Right.
From that first picture we saw where he's standing beside the Batmobile, to the most recent picture that leaked at Comic-Con, and he's got the profile going on, to just the cowl itself, looking at the cowl at Comic-Con, to this video that is maybe not online anymore. I just feel like that's what he's supposed to look like, and Christian Bale is tiny.
Oh yeah.
He's like so tiny, and I watching that movie again, I was like, man, now I have another thing that I hate that I used to not care about, but I just don't like it. Now, someone in the chat is mentioning American Psycho is the bomb. It is. I don't just hate Christian Bale. He's an overactor and probably a douchebag, but that's what he should be for American Psycho. So while I think he is fantastic in American Psycho, I think it's just a natural, that's what his personality's like. Now, I don't know the guy. I haven't talked to him. We're not tight.
Yeah.
Obviously he has no idea who I am, but if he did, he would not think that I would. But let's be honest, he's a celebrity. I would talk to him.
For sure.
I would geek out. I would selfie like a mofo. That's what would happen. But I'm saying, as an actor choice, no. But for American Psycho, it's perfect. It works. It works. Anyway, so here's the things that I was kind of stoked about. First of all, Batman has like the white eyes going on, which I don't think will be. I don't think it'll be the whole movie. That would be weird.
No. Well, I mean, you can tell just by that it's obviously this is a different suit than what they've released.
Yeah, and then the cowl too. Like when I was looking closer at just the cowl, there's no way there's any sort of mechanism to get those eyes white. This one is obviously out farther from his face, so there's room for that to exist.
Right.
But that was cool to see it, just because like it's one thing you don't see too much.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought Superman looked scary as crap, and I think that was the point.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then honestly, this dawned on me, and it's gonna sound stupid. It's really stupid, and I don't know why I didn't think of it in this way before. I mean, I did, but just didn't put it all together. So the movie's Batman versus Superman, which I thought about in length. I was like, oh, so like maybe this is closer to a Batman movie as opposed to Superman movie, which is an interesting thought given that it's the same director as the Superman movie. I know it's not going to be quite like that,
right?
But it is interesting to give Batman first billing, even if it may be just an alphabetical thing.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, like, it finally dawned on me that that's a versus there in the middle. Right. And I got really excited about the idea of seeing these two people fight. Like, very excited.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. I'm curious how they're gonna go about it. I mean, like, I'm not the biggest Superman fan in the world, and so I'm more interested probably in Batman than I am even in Superman.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be interesting to see how they play it out.
Yeah, and then you mentioned,
and not to mention that they have like all these other people in this thing,
right?
I mean, they released Wonder Woman's picture,
which I could give a rat's behind about.
Yeah, I mean, she looked cool, I guess. I mean, at least it wasn't like the same tacky thing that we've seen on previous iterations of Wonder Woman. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if they're going in what direction they're taking her backstory either.
I'm just getting tired of like, oh, this is how we make a superhero's costume gritty. We desaturate all the colors.
Yeah.
Like, that seems to be Zack Snyder's way of, like, I'm going to make this look old and dirty.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what he does.
Because, I mean, the Superman suit looks cool, but it's essentially, like, he threw that junk into Photoshop and knocked out, like, I mean, just desaturated a little bit.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, the Wonder Woman costume does harken back to, like, older costumes, but not look tacky. And I think it does more of that from the fact that it's not a ridiculous color.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
But because I think if you took it, in fact, if I get bored and have some time, I might go in and bump the colors up just to prove that it's like basically the same suit.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're probably right.
But that being said, I don't know. I know what's her face got in some trouble this week. Gal Gadot. I think she made some political mistake, like siding with someone in the Israel-Hamas thing, and someone got mad at her, which is to be expected.
Yeah.
That's irrelevant to this conversation, though. But yeah, so I mean, I don't really care about that. And watching this trailer did two things for me. One, it got me very excited, and it also got me very scared, because as much as that little teaser made me look like excited about it, they're trying to do so much in this movie. So much.
I mean, that's been my worry from the beginning. Whenever they started announcing, okay, it's Batman versus Superman, but it's really a Superman sequel, so you're gonna have Lex Luthor but then Wonder Woman's gonna be there, and then Aquaman's gonna be there, and now we're gonna have 5 villains, and we're gonna have. It's worrisome just a little bit.
I mean, it's either going to need to be like 3 hours long,
which it might be. I mean, Superman was already pretty lengthy. But.
Yeah, I don't know. It really scares me, and it scares me a lot more knowing that it's Zack Snyder and his track record, and I'm just scared, man. I'm just scared. I'm scared, but I want it to be good. I do. I really, really do. I want to love Batman. I do. I've decided that watching The Dark Knight this weekend. I want to love Batman, and so I definitely was never gonna do it with Christian Bale, but now I have an opportunity. So don't mess it up, Zack Snyder. Don't mess it up, please.
That's right.
Please.
And
if you do, then give me a Batman movie. Like, not you, Zack Snyder, someone else.
Yeah, if you mess, just don't mess Batman up. That's what
just give me. I want a standalone Batman movie with Ben Affleck. That's what I want. Because if you ruin it here, if this is where you do it and you do it stupid, we'll never get a standalone Batman movie with Ben Affleck, and it makes me sad. Anyway,
well, they're doing Justice League too, so I'm sure you'll have them in there.
Maybe if this movie doesn't tank,
they'll do it. Don't worry.
They're gonna do it. They pretty much decided they're gonna do it. So they'll make it happen.
It's not gonna matter.
They'll make it happen. The other thing that came out, and this link that I'll put is easy to find because it's not going anywhere. Warner Brothers put it up, so it's not gonna be hard to find.
No.
And it's gonna be up at length because it's legit. So, but it's the Hobbit Battle of Five Armies trailer, which looks exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also instantly made me sad because it's the last one. And
this is the big deal.
This is it. This is it for Middle Earth.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad because I feel like Peter Jackson has done such a good job with Middle Earth and all of the stuff that comes with it. And there's more stuff he can make movies of.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But the Tolkien estate, just at this point, is not going to let him do it. And it makes me sad. So, honestly, make this movie like 10 hours long. I don't care. I don't care. I'll sit through it.
It might be.
Give me an intermission like 4 or 5 times. And we'll be good to go. I want to because I don't want it to go away. And I know it's going to go away.
Yeah.
It makes me sad because the movie looks good. One thing I thought was cool is they have a song in the middle of it that, if it's not Billy Boyd singing it, is that his name? Yeah. The guy from Lord of the Rings.
I think that's right.
If it's not him singing it, then it's someone sounds like him singing it. But it's a song that he sung in the... Was it Two Towers?
Two Towers.
Yeah, to Boromir's parent, or dad.
Yeah.
And it's so haunting. It was haunting in that movie. It's haunting in this, especially to like armies about to go to war.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited.
It looks awesome. Yeah.
Super stoked. Is that this year? This year?
Yeah, December, I think.
This December.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes to put them out in December.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy. I want to see it really bad. But also it's kind of bittersweet because it's the end.
It's true.
It's the end. And I really wanted a Silmarillion movie too, so that's...
Yeah, well, you never know.
I mean, you don't ever know, but at the same time, like, the Tolkien estate's being kind of like, nope.
Well, it's going to be crazy from Peter Jackson's point of view. I mean, to be working on these movies for, like, basically 2 decades.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, like, it's...
That's true.
It's got to be bittersweet for him, I would think. I mean, it's bittersweet for us, but it's definitely bittersweet for him.
Yeah. But what's he going to do next, though? I mean...
Yeah. He probably doesn't do anything.
Probably doesn't have to.
He doesn't want to. He just go home and sit on bags of money.
So yeah, I'm excited about that. So we got some Marvel news in the pipelines. I don't really have links for these, but we're just gonna run through quickly as possible. Guardians 2 was announced. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was announced, which doesn't really surprise anybody.
No.
Looks
Seems like the general consensus is the movie is good. So
yeah. There's been great reviews about it, so I'm pretty stoked. This week it comes out. I'm not going to be able to see it until like Sunday, but
I'll see it Friday.
So no spoilers, guys. But yeah, I'm excited about it. Obviously, it's doing well other places because it's been out for a while, like in the UK, and it's getting good reviews. Excited about that. We're excited. Looks like James Gunn is going to do it, the second one.
Yeah.
Which apparently his style works, so they're excited about that. We got the news that Josh Brolin is going to play Thanos.
Yeah.
Which I like Josh Brolin. I'm assuming it's probably going to be CG.
I'm assuming it would be motion capture. Would be my assumption.
Yeah. Because I mean, we've seen Thanos. We know what he looks like.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, Josh Brolin's good, though.
I think he'll do a pretty good job.
Yeah, no, he's a great actor. I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah.
Obviously, Thanos is huge, so it would have to be, like, mocap.
Well, that's what they're doing, Ultron. I mean,
yeah.
James Spader.
Oh, yeah, Paul Bettany talked a little bit about the Vision.
Yeah.
What that's going to look like, so that's kind of cool. Marvel also added two movies that we don't know what they are. To their schedule of at least 4 movies we didn't know what they were. And it looks like they're probably mapped out to like 2028.
Which is insane.
So dumb. I mean, awesome, but dumb. And I mean, I got so burned. This picture, someone tweeted this picture, and it was like it said Marvel like release schedule, and it had each of the movies for each of the years, and totally made up. It was more like, do this. But if it was true, it would be awesome because it was like, because they keep talking about a standalone Hulk movie, and so someone was like, well, maybe they'll do a World War Hulk as a standalone movie. And they're like, oh, Avengers Civil War, which that one doesn't make any sense because Thanos has nothing to do with Civil War. Yeah. Like the Marvel storyline Civil War. So, but that was there. Black Panther would be cool. Yeah. So it was a lot. It was cool, but I got super excited, and I almost hit retweet, and I went, no, let me look, and it was not legit. It made me sad. Real quick, let's go through the movies, and then I got a question from someone audio, so we're going to do that after this. But Godzilla 2 was announced. Surprising, I don't think anybody.
No. Well, is Gareth Edwards doing it? Does that seem to be the assumption? Or?
I would think so. I didn't look into it too much. Okay. But I would assume.
I would say, yeah.
Unless, because there is a rumor he's supposed to be writing one of the Star Wars standalone films.
He's directing it too.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, maybe, because that's supposed to come out in 2016, I think.
Which one?
The standalone Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be one, in between the prequel, or in between the after sequels.
So sure, I hope he does because he did a really good job with it.
I hope so too.
Also, Skull Island, which is a King Kong prequel, which I'm pretty stoked about too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I think it'd be cool to see some stuff before, especially since. If you go back and watch Peter Jackson's King Kong, like, all the island stuff is very cheesy. Yeah. Like, just not done. And it's old. I mean, just to be completely honest, it's old. Yeah. It was one of the first movies I saw in, like, HD. Like, the DVD was HD. And this is HD DVD, not Blu-ray. Right. And it looked awful. Yeah. Awful. Awful. But it'd be cool to see, like, that kind of stuff redone. And also dinosaurs. I mean...
Who doesn't want to see
You can't go wrong with dinosaurs.
Well, I mean, Legendary has been on kind of a roll here lately. I mean, between Godzilla and they've got a hand in Jurassic World, and so... Yep. Should be exciting.
And then the last kind of movie thing that came out of... well, I guess I really have one more. But so the big movie that was announced was The Last of Us. Yeah. They're making a movie out of The Last of Us, and... I can't count how many times because I don't like The Last of Us. I've said that several times online. Like, as a game, I wish I liked it. I just don't enjoy playing it. But I love the story, and I've said about 1,000,000 times I would watch the crap out of The Last of Us if it was a movie. Right. And now it's gonna be. And I think you said one of the rumors was Maisie Williams might be playing the girl.
The girl, yeah.
Did hear anybody for the guy?
I haven't heard anybody. I've heard some names thrown out of people that would like for it to play, but I haven't heard anything.
I heard people want Josh Brolin to do it, which wouldn't be awful.
No, I mean, I'd watch that.
He doesn't really look like him to me. Yeah. But I think he could do it. I don't know really who else you'd get besides him, though.
Maisie Williams, I think, would do a great job, but I don't.
Yeah, some other news I was reading this week about movies was, so Spider-Man's in all sorts of troubles. People are just dropping out of that movie like flies. Yeah. So possibly the space that was supposed to be held by Spider-Man 3 is going to get filled by the Uncharted movie that might get made, might or might not get made. So that's a thing.
What did they move up Sinister Six too?
Yeah, they moved up Sinister Six.
Okay. Because now what? Spider-Man 3 is in what, like 2017?
I don't know. It's in all sorts of limbo though. And then this rumor I read today, I don't know how much validity there is to this rumor, and I hope it's not real. I hope it's wrong. But the rumor I read is that Emma Stone might be coming back as a different character, which could mean one of two things. Either they bring back Gwen Stacy as Carnage, which is a possibility, because she was Carnage in Ultimate Spider-Man, or they cast her as Mary Jane Watson as well, and that can't be right.
No, that seems like that would be just...
I mean, I know the internet wants it, because I saw that picture on Reddit that was like, had her with red hair and had her with blonde hair, and it's like, well, pretend we don't notice.
It seems like that would be.
It'd be bad. It'd be bad.
I mean, I think her being Carnage could be very interesting.
That could be really cool.
But
I don't think we've got enough Venom unless Sinister Six gives us Venom.
Yeah.
If we get Venom, then he could easily bring Carnage in. Like, maybe he uses Venom to try to, like, save her or something, and she becomes Carnage. That's cool. I'm down with that. But, yeah, please, I don't know. That can't be a legitimate thing, but please don't cast her as Mary Jane.
Yeah, I mean, that's stupid. I can't even imagine.
I can't imagine this a group of people would do that, but at the same time, I mean, Sony's done some stuff lately here that I wouldn't imagine anyone doing.
Well, yeah, but you would think somebody would
be like, hey, wait a minute.
Like, hey, that's a really horrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's confusing to your audience. So I don't think it's real, but I just had to talk about it.
Let's just get Andrew Garfield to play some other character, too.
Right, yeah, at the same time.
We'll just hire 2 people for all of the roles.
Right, exactly. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, she could do a great Mary Jane, but they used her up. They used her on Gwen Stacy.
Andrew Garfield could be Aunt May in the next one.
No, Ellen Page was not in The Last of Us. That's an interesting thought. Someone in chat just said, was Ellen Page in The Last of Us? No. The character's name is Ellie.
Right.
And she kind of looks like Ellen Page.
True.
And in fact, Ellen Page tried to sue Naughty Dog because they used her likeness. But no, Ellen Page was not in The Last of Us.
What was the game that she was in?
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls. That's right.
Beyond Two Souls is the one that she mocapped for.
Right.
Because Ellie in The Last of Us is young.
Yeah.
But no. Okay, let's do this audio question so I can get that out of the way. So real quick, I'm going to mute the mic and we're going to listen to this now.
Hello there, dead horse beaters. This is JBJ Play. And congratulations on your 10th episode, first of all. Great show, and I've loved it since episode 2.
Maybe watch episode 1 soon. And here's my question.
Will there be many references this episode to your favorite actors? Christian Bale. Anyway, thanks for the great show.
Bye-bye.
To answer your question, yes, we've already referenced Christian Bale.
Yeah, we've already managed to sneak him in.
And wait a minute, a fan since episode 2? I think you said you hadn't watched episode 1.
Yeah, that's what he said, I thought.
But I don't know if that means you watched episode 1 and you're like, this is crap, but episode 2 we won you over.
Which, to be fair, on episode 1 probably was crap.
I don't know. Episode 1, it feels like it was a long time ago.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's not that long. It's like 10 episodes, but that's still, come on.
We've had several weeks off.
Yeah, we've taken weeks off. Yeah. But yeah.
When I say weeks off, I mean I couldn't be here.
Yeah, I'm fine. Jonathan is the problem. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, JBJ.
Yes, thank you.
You have been you've been here consistently. Every time we do an episode, you're here. That means a lot to us, so thank you. And yes, Christian Bale is awful. I think
that's gonna be on the mugs.
If I wish we could do have the logo, and then on the bottom of the mug and on the inside of the mug, it just said Christian Bale sucks. Just you finish drinking whatever, and it's just a picture of my face, that, and Christian Bale sucks. So, I mean, when we start making stuff, that's definitely going to be on there, which we need to get on. We need to get on that. We can put it in with my my Spreadshirt stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, we've already mentioned him, so that answers your question. Okay. So I'm a comic guy. I'm into the comics. Tomorrow is comic book day, so I'll be going to the comic book shop to pick up comics because I didn't go last week, so I'm a week behind. But Marvel has had Star Wars comics for a while.
Yeah.
And there's going to be 3 new Star Wars series coming out to Marvel Comics. Well, 3 Star Wars comics. I think only one of them is getting a multi-run, a multi-issue run.
Right.
But we're going to get a Darth Vader comic. What was the other one? Darth Vader, Princess Leia, and what was the one in the middle? I don't remember. I guess it doesn't matter too much. You can find it. It's super easy to find online.
Yeah.
But there's 3 of them, and supposedly they're going to fill in the blanks between New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
Which is cool.
Should be interesting. Yeah.
Though I would almost prefer something that would fill in the blanks between Return of the Jedi and the new movie. But I understand why they wouldn't do that, because the new movie is probably going to... But, whatever.
They might eventually get there, though.
Yeah, that's true. So that's cool. That's exciting to kind of fill in the blanks between there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should be good. Should be good. My favorite comic has been asked in the chat. So right now, I mean, it's Amazing Spider-Man, just because I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite superhero. Ultimate Spider-Man is really good, though. The new Ultimate Spider-Man is really good, and it's nice to see not Peter Parker in that costume. So that's cool too.
Right.
Both of those are good series, and they're not that far into their runs. If you can probably catch back issues and stuff. But yeah, they're good. iPhone news. We don't have a whole lot. I know we talk about the iPhone a lot. We're both really excited about it. I've seen a lot of things, but none of it's like, oh, here's the logic board, and here's this switch, and here's this port.
Yeah, it's really funny. I mean, like, I'm obviously an Apple fan, but it makes me laugh whenever, like, a button comes out and people are crawling over themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's a volume switch. Who would have known this would have had a volume switch?
Yeah, I think it's more just like, well, obviously this thing is in production because here's these parts coming out, which we'd kind of known they were going into production. It's looking more and more and more like September is going to be probably our announcement and our release at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like probably announcement and release was going to be within a week of each other.
Which is kind of ballsy for them. They don't normally do it that quick.
Yeah.
But I mean, for them, they know people are going to buy it. Like, I mean, they're going to buy it.
Yeah.
Here's the trick. They could not do an event and people would still buy it.
Oh, for sure.
Like, they would, but they're gonna. You know they're gonna do an event.
They're going to do an event, yeah.
But, I mean, it's interesting that Apple would be so ready with it. They're like, here it is. You can buy it next week. Or, I mean, that's nuts. And so, kudos to them. I'm excited. My phone, every day I'm like, I'm ready to say bye to you.
That's right.
Goodbye.
I'm ready too.
But we're not there yet, but we will be soon, and it's looking like more and more I read, probably going to get both versions at the same time.
Another month.
There's still a couple of people saying that there's going to be delays on the big one, but more things I've read have said they're coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited to see the 5.5 inch.
I'm kind of scared of it.
Well, I'm kind of scared of it too, but I'm excited just to see it.
I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. I've been cleared to buy one if all the pricing that we've seen is right. I've been told you can buy one.
You've been given clearance.
But I'm kind of scared. I don't know. Like the small one looks big to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going from this, so like.
Yeah.
I have a 4S.
And so I'm scared. Like, am I gonna feel like I'm just like, oh, hello? Like,
yeah.
Am I gonna have to talk and then put it in my ear?
Do you feel like you're gonna need like you're gonna be having an iPad Mini that you talk with?
And here's the other trick: I sometimes have problems fitting this phone in my pocket.
Yeah.
So that kind of works, especially like sitting down.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah.
Because you know what I'm not gonna be is the guy with the belt clip with his huge phone on it. Like these people with their Galaxies, like no.
Samsung Note.
Right, not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be that guy.
I was saying, so I'm in IKEA at one time, and this guy had like a what's the huge cases?
OtterBox?
OtterBox. An OtterBox Defender on a Samsung Note.
Oh God.
And I mean, literally, it looked like he was talking into an iPad. Or like on the IKEA elevator, like.
Right.
Just like, what is that on your? Okay.
And that's what I don't want to be. I don't want to be that guy.
I don't want to be that person either.
And like, I mean, I carry my phone in my pocket all the time, and like, sometimes even with this phone, like at the theater, like I sit down, I'm like, I don't want this in my pocket. I like put it in the cup holder, but odds are the 5-inch one is not going to fit in the cup holder. Then what do I do with this thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. It scares me. That's why I say it scares me, because I understand my life as it pertains to this phone. But I don't understand a world where my phone is 5.5 inches, and I'm scared of it. And so, like, I keep talking like, oh, I'm going to get the 5.5. But, I mean, there's a good chance I'm going to see it and freak out and be like, no, way too big, need to go smaller.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of anticipating getting the 4.7, but probably merely based on that.
But technology tells me that bigger is better, and so I'm like totally torn in my brain.
Yeah, I know.
And then especially like I think about like, man, playing games on it and watching videos on it.
Really, I think for me it's going to come down to battery life. Whatever gets tested with the best battery
Right.
is probably what I'm going to buy. If the 5.5 inch is crap on battery life, I'm going to be done. Nope.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Which I can't imagine that it'll be crap on battery life because that's so much more room for a battery.
Yeah.
That thing. Surely to God, it's got to be.
I don't know, man. I don't know. And the last thing I kind of wanted to mention that I have in the notes, and we can still take questions, so be getting those ready if you got questions, you want to talk about them in chat. But one of the things I'd forgotten was a thing, was the show Wayward Pines that's going to be coming to Fox. And I don't think it has a release yet.
I haven't seen anything.
But it's called Wayward Pines. It's a 10 episode miniseries, so you're just going to get the one run at it. We're definitely not going to pick each other's noses, as the chat is suggesting. But anyway, it's coming from M. Night Shyamalan, which is probably the last time I'll say his name the right way, because it's fun to me to go M. Night Shyamalan. Here's the thing,
I'm sure he would appreciate it.
I like him.
No, I do too. I mean, Signs and The Village are probably post any spoiler or pre any spoilers were like two of my. Signs is one of my favorite movies. Period. But The Village was a great film.
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense was a great film.
Here's the thing, I like all of his movies.
Yeah.
I mean, Unbreakable is great. It's great. Signs, The Village. I like Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water was good, yeah.
I liked the one with Marky Mark in it.
The Happening.
The Happening. I like The Happening.
Yeah, I didn't hate The Happening.
I mean, a lot of people hated The Happening. What do you want? Like, here's the thing. M. Night Shyamalan. People are going crazy and freaking out, and then they go to like, oh well, it's the trees, and everyone's like, oh, I can't believe it's a twist. Like, what did you expect? I mean, and then The Last Airbender is not his thing. Like, he butchered it, yes, but it's not his typical fare. I mean, it's like he makes not horror movies, but like thrillers. I mean, he tries to call them horror movies, but we all know they're not.
They're suspense.
Yeah, there you go.
Ish.
He makes these like suspense movies, and so when he comes out and tries to make The Last Airbender, I don't expect him to do a good job with it.
Well, I mean, I never watched it, so I mean, I don't know a person that said, "Oh, I really loved The Last Airbender."
No, everybody I know hated it because here's the thing: if you're dealing with an anime show that people are obsessed with. And then he took it, a guy who is not used to the medium, and then at least the anime thing, like it's not his thing. He makes suspense movies. Like, I didn't expect it to be good.
No.
So I don't even count when I talk about M. Night Shyamalan. I don't count The Last Airbender because that movie could have been made by anybody. It just happened to be made by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think it has anything to do about his ability to make a movie.
No, I don't think so.
And The Wayward Pines looks creepy as crap, and that is something he's good at doing.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited because I've been looking, like, every now and then one of these shows comes out that's really good for like suspense. There's a show a while back called Harper's Island. Did you ever watch Harper's Island? Mm-hmm. It was so good, and I don't know if we're going to ever get something like it again, but it was like maybe 12 episodes, if it was that. It was a murder mystery, and each week someone got killed off, and each week it got more and more ridiculous.
Well, I'm kind of a fan of the 10 episode type thing. I mean, it's very HBO-ish kind of like in the way the programming is, so I think it works. And
for the most part, those kinds of shows are good. They have a lot of work put into them, and they do that. So anyway, I'm excited. M. Night got my support. Like I said, I mean, I think movie-wise, the things that he does that he's actually good at, he does well.
Yeah.
And so yeah. All right, and then the question we're getting in chat a lot is, Well, besides telling us to do things, that sounds worse than it is in the chat. That's not. That's not. Never mind. They keep asking about Gotham. Do you have any thoughts on Gotham?
I mean, I think it looks potentially cool, but I I haven't seen anything that just jumps out at me as far as like, oh god, this is going to be awesome.
Right.
I think it has potential to be good. I don't know.
I wish I cared.
I feel like the trailers just haven't been. It hasn't been something that I'm like excited about.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch it. just to see
People
what
are
it's
like, "Oh, it's a Batman TV series." No, it's Bruce Wayne as a child TV series.
Well, I think I don't know. This is just my opinion. This isn't, and again, I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it, but it's just where you're kind of like in a pre-villain period. You're in a pre-Batman period. So I just don't know what the show is going to. Is the show just going to be? What's his face just arresting? Is it going to be like Law and Order SVU except Gotham? So I just don't really know what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean,
Selena Kyle is a child, Bruce Wayne's a child, like
everyone's a kid. Like the people we care about for the most part in the Batman universe are kids. And I get the idea of like, oh, but you get to see like what made. I don't care. I don't care why Poison Ivy does what she does. I honestly don't care why Batman does what he does. We know enough already.
So to answer your question, Josh is super excited.
Now here's the thing.
About Gotham.
Here's the thing. I'll probably watch it too.
Well, I mean, I will too.
But here, I was super excited for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and obviously I didn't commit my time to that. So I care a lot less actually about Gotham. I think the idea is okay, but I'm with you. I don't know what it's gonna be about.
Yeah, I mean, it may be great. It may be terrible. I don't know. Like I said, I just haven't seen anything that really, just grabs me in or anything.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion.
I'll probably check it out, but I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I'll watch it. I'm not gonna, comment on something I haven't seen.
Right.
But
real quick, I asked this, and we talked about this last episode. But what's our opinion on the Ninja Turtles movie? I want to see it. I think it's going to be awful, but I still want to see it.
Right.
Jonathan has no desire.
No.
Because he knows it's going to be awful, and he wants to save himself from that. And I am masochistic. I will say this. They made a huge faux pas. I don't know if you saw this. The new poster just got leaked.
I haven't seen it. But again, I'm not really paying attention.
The new poster just got leaked, and it's like them jumping out of a flaming building.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see. So let's see, Ninja Turtle movie. And now I'm trying to figure out why it was a thing because poster. Yeah, here it is. Let me pull it up. I guess somewhere it's coming out. Yeah, okay. So it's not coming out in Australia for a while. And in fact, it comes out on September 11th in Australia. And the poster is the turtles jumping out of a flaming skyscraper with the date 9/11 on it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem
and
entirely smart.
Whoever's in charge of design there just didn't think that one through. But yeah, that's what it looks like. And then with the September 11th written on it. Just not the best way. I don't know.
Probably not.
Anyway. Alright, well, let's see. Real quick, anybody got any other stuff in the chat that you'd like us to talk about? We can probably knock out one more thing.
Yeah.